Conscious Evolution. I'm your host, AJ. Thanks for joining me here again today, guys. Please like the video. Just do it. Do it now. I'll wait. Good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, I want to talk about a couple things today, and then I got a story. I got a story for you. It has to do with dolphins, since I'm wearing a dolphin shirt today. We're going to talk about dolphins. First things first, though, I wanted to talk about today being a galactic portal activation day. And today is May 16th. And I don't know about you, but I woke up this morning with serious antsiness. I was just feeling super antsy. I couldn't shake it at all. I got up at 5 a.m. I went back to sleep at 5:30, and I got up at 7:30. I was still feeling the same way. My neck hurt, my head hurt, everything hurt. And I was feeling super freaking antsy. I had to do something. So I kept walking around and pacing. I did 2 or 3 meditations and it didn't shake it. I even fell back asleep for a little bit during one meditation. It was just nothing was making it feel any better at all. So I continued on finishing editing my video from yesterday and posting the nature walk video. Thought that would calm me down, relax me a little bit, because it's here, the nature, and I love it. But that didn't do anything, so I continued pacing around. I went outside and paced around and did I was just bouncing, trying to exude some energy or expel some energy, and maybe that would help. But nothing helped. It was just and I had shit I had to do today. I had to go somewhere and do something kind of important. But I was just no good. So I sat down for the 3rd time to meditate. And I found some mantra meditation, a healing, I forget, it was a fear and anger healing mantra. And there's Om, it was Om Shri Ra, something like that. I don't know, I just butchered it, but you know what I'm saying. If you haven't experienced any of that kind of stuff, I would look into it, because it was pretty, it really pulled me out of the situation I was in. And it really got me out of feeling like that. It really did. It helped me a lot. It was a 12-minute meditation, and you focus, on the things that still anger you, the things that bother you. So things that have been causing me pain and frustration lately, and I feel like I was angry at somebody from my previous life, and I was taking that out on someone from my new life. Someone that I have a relationship with in the new energy. With all these people I'm meeting, I don't want to bring my old self into that, because that's not who I am anymore. But sometimes the second you let any of that fear or doubt creep in, it's just bam, you're in it, And that's what happened to me, and I kept experiencing that, and I could not shake it. And I took it out on somebody that didn't deserve it. And I had to deal with that, I had to deal with it for myself, and heal myself from that anger, from that frustration, from that pain that I experienced, because I hadn't healed as much as I thought I healed from these individuals who have deeply scarred me in my life. But I digress. So I did the meditation, and it was a healing meditation. You picture these people or these issues in your third eye, and you do that. I can't get this camera right. There we go. So you picture them in your third eye, and then you do the mantra, whatever it was. Om Shri La blah 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 blah. it was actually pretty cool. I really enjoyed doing it. It's the first time I did one of those mantras. I've done like the Om, because that's like a third eye activation sound, you know. It's like a DNA activating. I mean, everything is frequency, everything is energy. So those mantras are there. They exist for a reason, you know. So anyways, I did that. It was like a 12-minute meditation, and that made a huge difference. I was finally able to like relax. I was finally able to just be, you know. I was finally able to sit in my now moment, and everything was a-okay. So then I felt better. Just for fun, I did another meditation where it was like, you know, you bring in a lot of light. Very similar to, you know, higher self meditations that I've done. But this one was just literally bringing in light, basically from your Merkaba, or from, you know, from a star right above your head. Then you bring that light in, because you are a star. I mean, like Brian Division says in one of his songs, you're a star with a heartbeat. I mean, I love that. That's clever. So yeah, how are you guys feeling? Are you guys having similar experiences? Did you guys have any ants in your pants feeling today? I mean, I woke up like that, and then I learned, like usual, I learned later, because once I start feeling like that, I know it's something. I know it's a galactic portal activation day, or I know it's a full moon or new moon energy, which just happens to be that in 2 days is a full moon also. So I pick up on the full moon energies usually a day or 2 or 3 before the full moon. So it's like everything is probably just coming to me at once, and it's like, yeah, you know, I had to do something. So I probably spent 2 hours meditating today, and finally was able to shake it. And then I had a great day. You know, I felt great, feel great currently. I made some good progress today. I'm really happy about it. So anyways, also wanted to bring up and remind you that we are doing this healing session on Sunday, which is May 19th. Africa and I are doing a group reconnective healing session. So with all these energies that are here, could be a good idea to check that out. You know, I think it'd be a good idea. You know, I think with the reconnective frequencies, the healing frequencies, that it's like, well, it's actually like documented that it does realign your chakras. It does balance your energy centers, you know, which is basically what happens when you feel like that. You're out of balance. When you're feeling like I felt this morning, you're out of balance. Oh, wow, look at that sun right there. So I was bringing the frequencies through. I had trouble bringing them through because I couldn't concentrate. I wasn't being an open channel. I was just being, you know, that, yeah. That's how it felt. So I was, you know, I was having difficulties doing bringing the frequencies through on my own. So I knew I just had to sit down, relax, and meditate. So if you're feeling any kind of way, or, you know, these energies are just going to keep coming. So I want to remind you that we're doing a healing session on Sunday, April 19th. If you're interested in participating, then donate $33 to the PayPal link below, and we'll send you the information for the session. I know it really helps me. Actually, you know what? I think I had Africa sending me frequencies. I think she was sending me the healing energies as I was doing that last set of meditations. So I forgot about that. That was probably a big thing that also helped me realign, you know. I was all out of sorts, but I got it all back in order. So my story, now that we're 10 minutes into this, or it was 9:11 when I looked at the clock. Oh, my story is about dolphins. So, you know, I recently went to Long Beach, and while I was there, I saw a couple dolphins wearing a dolphin shirt. It's funny, on my way home, I stopped at the little convenience store, and the guy, my bill was $11.33, which is kind of awesome, that synchronicity with the number there alone. But he rung me up for $1.33, and then realized, he's like, man, your shirt really just distracted me. He's like, I just got lost in that. I was like, I know, the dolphins have that effect on you. It's funny. So anyways, I was talking to somebody earlier about the dolphins. So there's this village in Brazil that the dolphins and the humans, the fishermen, work together to catch fish. Have you ever heard this story? It's pretty fascinating. I heard this years ago, and I was just fascinated by it because, I mean, how does that happen, you know? Like, I used to think maybe it was because the mermaids used to be there and they, like, trained the dolphins to do it. And I was like, nah, that's probably not likely. It could be, you never know. Truth is much stranger than fiction. Anyways, so the way it works, the dolphins, they wait for the humans to get in position. So the humans, you know, the fishermen out there, they stand in like knee-deep water, and they have these nets that they cast out, and then they catch the fish. Well, it's like real murky waters over there, and it's hard to see when the schools of fish come up to the shore. So the dolphins help the fishermen. So the dolphins are like out there waiting. You know, they wait for all the fishermen to get in position, to get with their, you know, get their nets ready, and then they corral the fish in, or the schools of fish, and they push them as a team, like as a team of dolphins or whatever you want to call them. I can't think of it. A herd, team, school, a dolphin get together, and they corral all these fish, these schools of fish together, and push them towards the shore, and then they signal to humans when to throw their nets. So when the fish are there, well, they either like jump out of the water, I think, or they slap their tail, like a tail slap on the water, to signal for them to throw their nets, you know? How cool is that, man? Freaking dolphins and humans fishing together. And they both, you know, make out well. The fishermen catch a lot more fish. They do it a lot more efficiently, and a lot, you know, they get it done fast. And the dolphins get to eat the fish that, I think it's like the fish that got caught in the net that get out. They're kind of like discombobulated, and they're easier for the dolphins to catch or something. But I mean, the dolphins could absolutely do that without the humans, you know? They're helping the humans. It's a collaboration, if you will, which is fascinating. I remember hearing that story, I don't know, probably 10 years ago now. Maybe. I think it was probably something like that 10 years ago. And that just fascinated me. And I was telling someone that story today, and they'd never heard it. And they were fascinated by it. I was like, that'd be a good story to share on the channel. So here I am, sharing it on the channel. So have you heard this story before? If not, what do you think about it? If you've heard of it, what do you think about it? I think it's pretty freaking cool. Animals and humans. You know, and it's not like monkeys and humans are working together. It's like an aquatic animal, a dolphin that lives in the ocean in a different environment, are collaborating and helping humans that live on land that are fishing for fish in the sea. You know? That's amazing to me. That was a very fascinating story. So, yeah. Touched on a couple topics here today. If you feel led to do this healing, you know, do a healing session with Africa and I this Sunday, I strongly recommend you do it, especially if you're affected by these energies. Like, I really find that it really brings you back into balance, back into harmony with yourself a lot faster. It's like a fast track to your own balance, you know. And if you've done the session with us before, and I haven't really talked to you because we were kind of moving pretty fast there for a while, I do want to tell you that we do recommend between, you know, up to 3 or 4 sessions. And, you know, I even question that because I could literally do this every single day, but that's just me. And my only fears with people doing it all the time is that you develop a crutch, or you use this as your only way to become balanced with yourself. Now, this is a great way to get to that balance point, but it's really, you need to find that balance on your own. You need to be able to achieve that balance yourself. If you're feeling these frequencies in your hands, that's another good reason to try having a session if you haven't had one already. Because afterwards, it's like an activation almost. Like it really starts flowing. You know, once you're attuned to these frequencies, it's like it's on. You know, it's on. Like after I had my first distance healing session, my life changed forever. I didn't realize at the time because I had an amazing experience for the session, you know. The session was awesome. Oh, I think I just recognized something today. So today I was driving home. Actually, first, let's talk about the session. My first distance healing session that I had facilitated to me, I saw a vision at the end of it. And the vision was of a tank, like an army tank. It was all camouflaged with the single barrel, you know, tank. It was a tank. Well, I was on my way back home today, and I saw a freaking tank that looked just like that, the one I saw in my vision back in like October or November, whenever it was. And I'm just realizing that. That's very interesting. So was I envisioning this part of my future right now? Then? Was I accessing, you know, did I go through like a portal of time, space, and dimension and was able to access or see through to today? That I'd be on this timeline in my life right now? I don't know. I don't know. I know a lot of crazy things happen though. Especially like deja vu. Oh man, that's a whole nother video there. Alright guys, again, if you're interested in the healing session with Africa and me, May 19th, 2019, we will send you the time either tomorrow or Saturday. I'll let you know. If you have any questions about it, you can send me an email, ask any questions you may need. I basically, what I do is I send you instructions of what to do, you know, what to expect, kind of, you know. So, yeah, let me know if you're interested. The healing session is going to be the day after the new moon, which is interesting. Some people feel the new moon energies after, I mean, not the new moon, the full moon. The healing session is going to be a day after the full moon, which is interesting because some people feel the energy from the full moon like the days after. I happen to feel it the days prior, usually. Sometimes it's both, but I know with this energy now, with this galactic portal activation today and the full moon energies in 2 days, there's amount of energy that's here right now is truly astounding, and it's going to be pushing a lot of people through a lot of karmic situations, like the collective, you know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I think a lot of people are going to have reactions in the next week, the next couple days. So hopefully you no longer need a storm. Alright guys, be the change that you want to see in this life or in this world. And I love you. Bye-bye.
And then they like
There you
have a, you know, they accompany the Navy SEALs on listening. Kind of, actually the video of it is pretty fascinating, but there's a lot of protesters.
They're big.
Going and checking himself out in the mirror,
cool.
right? Not going to happen. But, so that shows you how smart these animals are. Because I'm a dork, I'm always watching dolphin videos on YouTube. I like to say that the bottlenose dolphins are sort of like cats.
Yeah, they're very playful.
Different.